Episode 210.
No. 7 or 8 years ago, I was helping senior Marshal Brother Mar tend the herb garden. Didn't the blood-forbidden trial happen around then, too? Senior Sister Chen, why do you ask?
Han Li lifted his head, a perfectly timed look of curiosity spreading across his face. Chen Shouchen's face went pale as a sheet. Biting her red lips, she said,
No, but I recall Junior Han happened to be away around that time. The timing seems just right.
Oh, I was preparing for the blood-forbidden trial at the time, so I went out to buy some magic tools and talismans. Nothing unusual happened.
At Han Li's words, Chen Shouchen fell silent for a long moment, her cold gaze fixed on him until he began to feel a little uneasy.
In that case, there's nothing more to say. You may go, junior disciple. I wish to be alone for a while.
A flicker of disappointment, barely perceptible, crossed Chen Shouchen's face. She turned her head away gently, her voice heavy with exhaustion. Han Li sighed at this. He knew that whether she believed his words or not, she wouldn't be bothering him again. His meaning, to keep his distance, had come through clearly enough, and given her pride, she certainly wouldn't keep seeking him out.
Senior Sister, I'll take my leave now.
Han Li clasped his hands in a brief salute, then turned and walked out of the rear garden without a moment's pause. Only after Han Li's figure had completely vanished did Chen Shouchen turn back, her gaze fixed on the garden gate with a complex expression.
If not you, then who? Back then, you were the only one in the valley with that kind of strength who happened to be away, Han Shidi.
With these words, he drifted over to a blooming peony, extended a jade-like finger, and with a deft snap, plucked the exquisite blossom, then brought it to his nose for a gentle sniff. Surrounded by the fragrant scent of flowers, Chen Shouchen sank into a world of deep thought. Han Li stepped out of the garden and let out a long breath. Shaking his head, he returned to the hall with a light step. The others were taken aback by how quickly Han Li had returned, but none were so tactless as to pry. Even when someone cracked a joke about him and Chen Shouchen, Han Li just let it slide with a faint smile, not a trace of discomfort on his face. Before long, Chen Shouchen entered as well, her expression calm and unchanged. She sat down beside Zhong Wenyang and continued whispering with her. Seeing that, the others naturally felt too embarrassed to keep teasing the two of them, and quickly steered the conversation back to the upcoming battle against the Black Fiend sect. Time flew, and the day passed quickly. The cultivators of Yellow Maple Valley had long since returned to their own quarters, preparing for the coming battle. Though everyone was confident their foundation establishment cultivators had the numbers advantage and victory was all but assured, each and every one of them remained cautious. After all, no one was about to take their own life lightly. But the thought of all the rewards waiting after wiping out the Black Fiend sect's lair still made it hard to contain their excitement. Han Li stayed in the room, quietly inspecting the puppet beasts in his hands, while the four friends of Mount Meng stood respectfully before him, as if they would follow his every lead. Since Han Li and his fellow disciples had arrived, the dark-faced old man had tried to cozy up to these foundation establishment cultivators, hoping to squeeze out a few more benefits. But would people like Song Meng, or even the later arrivals like Junior Chen, ever pay any mind to a qi condensation rogue cultivator like that dark-faced old man? After a few harsh words, he sent them packing. This made them realize that not every foundation establishment cultivator from the 7 great sects was willing to associate with them, and so their reverence for Han Li only deepened.
This battle with the Black Fiend sect, win or lose, none of you need to go. It's better to leave the capital tonight and lie low for a while.
Senior, how can we retreat before the battle even begins?
This isn't about backing down. It's that you'd be useless in this fight. Jump in and you'd just be throwing your lives away. Here are a few high-grade magic tools. Take one each. Consider it a parting gift from your senior.
With that, Han Li swept his sleeve across the table, and several gleaming restriction magic tools appeared upon it.
A few high-grade magic tools. Not a bad gift for these qi condensation rogue cultivators. If I pulled out even better top-grade magic tools, it might just stir up their greed instead. That would only make it harder to bring them back under my control later.
Sure enough, the 4 friends of Mengshan lit up with joy at the sight of these magic tools, thanking him profusely and declaring that if Han Li ever needed their help, he need only come to Mengshan to find them. They would be more than happy to serve him. Having heard the promise he wanted, Han Li graciously gave them face and personally escorted them out of Yujing City. This only deepened their gratitude. Just as they were leaving, the dark-faced elder suddenly pulled Han Li aside and asked, in a low voice,
Senior, is 5th sister not coming back to the Black Sand sect? Even if you said nothing, Elder, we brothers all knew it in our hearts. Even 4th brother must have guessed some of it. We just never called it out loud. After all, 5th sister has been in too deep for too long. It's for the best that she won't show herself before us again.
Having said all this with great significance, the old man seemed to shed a heavy burden. Then, resuming a respectful demeanor, he took his leave of Han Li. Han Li stood there, watching the distant figures of the 4 friends of Mount Meng as they faded away, his mind still turning over the meaning behind the dark-faced elder's final words. A moment later, Han Li let out a quiet, wry chuckle, then drifted back toward the city. By the time Han Li returned to the Qin estate, dusk had already fallen and everyone from Yellow Maple Valley was assembled in the main hall, ready to depart. Yet Han Li was surprised to find that the 3rd senior brother was no longer in the room.
Where's 3rd senior brother?
Senior brother Lu said he'd go try to persuade 6th junior brother one more time. If he agrees to come along, tonight's battle will be much more certain. But if you ask me, senior brother Lu is just wasting his time. If Wu Xuan was willing to help, he wouldn't have left in the first place.
Han Li frowned at that. Before he could ask for more details, Lu Jing returned from outside, his expression unreadable.
Junior disciple Lu, is your 5th senior brother still unwilling to come? If so, forget it. We don't need him anyway. The 9 of us should be more than enough to handle those Black Sand sect people.
If only that were the case. I barely got through today's ordeal without even seeing 5th junior brother.
This time, even Han Li and the others were taken aback.
What's going on? That coward was staying at the inn nearby, wasn't he? Did he check out early and head back to the sect?
No, I asked around at the inn. The owner said junior brother Wu left yesterday morning and never came back. His spare clothes are still in the room, untouched. Doesn't look like he was planning to return to the valley at all.
The others chimed in with their own guesses, but no one could say for sure what had happened.
Could it be that Wu Xuan was so unlucky as to have been captured by the Black Fiend sect?
We'll deal with 5th junior brother later. Let's move out now. We must win this in one strike and wipe out the Black Fiend sect for good.
Night had just fallen when a group of uninvited guests flew over the pitch-black Imperial City, none other than Han Li and 8 other cultivators from Yellow Maple Valley. Reaching the pitch-dark city wall, the leader, Lu Jing, glanced at the so-called forbidden ground. After a moment's hesitation, he still waved his hand with great boldness.
Move out.
Lu Jing was the first to charge forward, and the others, seeing this, naturally followed in a rush, their fear of the 7-sect prohibition already forgotten. Han Li didn't rush to the front. Instead, he deliberately hung back, drifting to the rear of the group. This wasn't because Han Li had any other plans. He was silently sensing the reversed 5 elements formation he had set up the night before. Only when he had flown several li from the palace did a faint, mysterious smile finally curl at the corner of Han Li's lips.
Excellent. The grand formation remains intact, and the spiritual chi markers I secretly placed haven't been damaged.
Moments later, the 9 of them floated above the Imperial Palace, gazing down at everything within the Forbidden City.
Listen up, everyone. We'll split into 2 groups as planned. 7th Junior Sister and Chen Junior Sister will head straight to the current Emperor of Yue's bedchamber and rescue him from the Black Fiend sect's clutches. This is the only way to stop them from using the UA Emperor as a hostage in a desperate last stand. The rest of you come with me straight to the Cold Palace where the Black Fiend cult leader is holed up. We'll concentrate our forces and take out the 4 blood servants first. Then we'll join forces and deal with the Black Fiend sect leader who's still in secluded meditation. 7th sister, Chen Jr. sister, you two be careful.
The 2 women acknowledged with solemn nods, then angled downward and vanished into the darkness without a sound.
Once we see other cultivators, don't hold back. If they're wandering freely in the palace, they're Black Fiend sect. Engaging them here will also create openings for our junior sisters.
Lu Jing turned back to address the group, his voice icy, then immediately channeled his chi and sped off toward the cold palace Han Li had mentioned.
Han Li and the others quickly followed after him. Moments later, they descended from the sky and were immediately spotted by the Black Fiend sect disciples stationed outside the cold palace.
In an instant, sharp whistles pierced the air as spells and magic tools rained down from every hidden corner near the cold palace, crashing down upon them like a relentless storm.
A mere firefly dares to compete with the brilliance of the moon.
Lu Jing flicked his wrist, and a shimmering fragment of cloth shot from his hand, instantly expanding into a massive barrier that shielded everyone before him.
The moment the tattered cloth unfurled, the spells and magic tools struck it all at once. But after a blinding flash of white light, the cloth wasn't just unharmed, it actually reflected some of the spells back, sending the Black Fiend cultists below scrambling in chaos, utterly routed.
Senior brother Lu, well done.
Then, without the slightest hesitation, Song Meng hurled the object in his hand. In an instant, a colossal blue greatsword materialized in the night sky, his favorite top-grade magic tool, the blue silk sword.
Go!